Good evening, Park family. It's David. Okay, today I spent some time just doing some contemplation and different things for the park in the city. I didn't do any new artwork or any new. Well, I take that back. I created some little black, red, and gray. Kind of like fact sheets to kind of help express the Israel, the Eryn, and the American nature of David's Park and David City. So I've talked about this in previous videos, but in the next 5, 7 to 10 years, I'll try to refine and perfect to the degree possible some of my language and some of the things I do with the park in the city, so that it continues with its black, red, and grayness. And so I call it that David's Park and David City is 100% Israel, it's 100% Eryn, it's 100% American, and it's 555% at war in the war on doubt, on the devil, the devil's jerks, the devil's church, the devil's worshipers, the devil's dead and evil, 24/7 forever. And so, or until eternity fails, whichever comes first. And so anyhow, I created a couple of those fact sheets today about the not so very, I think I called them the not so very wonderful things about David's Park and David City. And so there's lots of not so very wonderful things about David's Park and David City, but there's purpose for it being not so very wonderful. And then in addition to that, the Holy Ghost whispered some additional unintelligence to David tonight about the importance of David and David's Park cult, or the Kuhn cult, to remember that when we work in David's Park and David City, we really need to not only remember the fact that we are like blind men, we need to kind of take the mantle of being deaf, dumb, and blind upon us. So it becomes kind of like a lifelong mantle and lifelong pursuit in David's Park and David City to become more and more perfectly deaf, more and more perfectly dumb, and more perfectly blind in all of the work that we do in the park in the city. And if we do that, the next time eternity fails, we'll be able to conduct our war on doubt and the devil and the devil's jerks and evil that much better. So anyhow, I just want to get some of those thoughts on record tonight. I hope you guys, hope those things help you guys, and I look forward to talking to you guys again real soon. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Park family. It's David. Okay, yesterday I spent some time creating additional artwork, which I'll call like spreads. I created multiple spreads for David's Park and David City's shells, maps, and attractions, and I added some music to them and put them together in kind of like a little slideshow of David's Park and David City spreads. And I created these things, hopefully, again, so that the Holy Ghost can whisper more and more unintelligence to us and maybe help us improve our not so very good war on doubt and the devil and the devil's jerks and evil. And so while I continue to work on these types of things, I'm learning to enjoy it quite a bit, but initially I didn't necessarily enjoy it quite so much. And maybe I'll enjoy it more as the years go by. I'm not sure what will happen as far as David's Park and David City is concerned, but if there's a way to refine and improve the war on doubt and the devil and the devil's jerks and evil, David's interested in that. And I believe David's Park and David City can be an instrument by which we can accomplish some of those purposes. And so, with that said, David plans to use these spreads that I'm creating currently to well, for like the next 5, 7 to 10 years, I plan to continue to refine and improve them and use the existing art and to continue to add to it. And so I have a really nice turtle that I haven't given a name to just yet, and I'm going to, maybe within the next 5, 7 to 10 years, I plan to give names to, some of the art that I create. So we may give the turtle a name. We may come up with some better names for the shells and attraction, the 7 shells and attractions in David's Park and in David City. And so anyhow, those are just some thoughts that I wanted to share with you again tonight, and I look forward to talking to you guys again real soon. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Park family. It's David. I liked the color of this light, and so I thought I'd get it on video. And in the park and in David's Park in David City, we need to contemplate on what color lights to shine, when to shine them, where to shine them, why we shine them. And so it's a science that we really need to learn to study, because different things communicate different things to our American guests and audiences. And so to communicate our war on doubt and the devil, the devil's jerks and evil, we need to learn to communicate different things with different symbols, different different forms of communication. And so the park in David's Park in David City, we can work on all of those things, and using lights is just one of the many ways that we can begin to communicate and articulate our warfare. So anyhow, I just want to get some of those thoughts on record, and I look forward to talking to you guys again real soon. All right, bye. Hi, Park family, it's David. Okay, today I spent my time more or less sharing a whole bunch of information from Twitter and Facebook, texts from family, friends, acquaintances, and from potential future or present or current Kuhn cult members. And so I spent most of my day doing that. Last night I made some additional videos and I uploaded them to my YouTube channel. And just as soon as I come up with or just as soon as the Holy Ghost and the Park and City ghosts and the dead whisper more and more unintelligence to David, David tries to jot things down here and there, or tries to get certain things on video that will help us with the development of David's Park in David City. And so tomorrow I'm going to spend my time on the Church of the Devil shell and attraction in David's Park in David City. I created just a general shell for it a while back, which I was well pleased with, but just today I had some additional thoughts and things that the Holy Ghost whispered to me about it. So I wanted to enlarge upon the Church of the Devil. So for example, we need to, in this particular shell and attraction, we need to make sure that we cover more or less all the heights and the depths of our warfare on in the warfare of doubt on the devil and the devil's jerks and evil. We've got the devil's jerks, the devil's church, the devil's worshipers, the devil's perverters, the devil's corrupters, the devil's pornographers, the devil's worshipers, and the devil's dead. And then there's perhaps even greater heights and depths and higher and lower laws that apply to the war on doubt on the devil and the devil's jerks and evil, and how we articulate that all in David's Park and David City, in our shells and in our attractions, and then also maybe one day on our stages and in our parades and in our theater and in our characters and our heroes and villains and so forth that we create in David's Park and David City. And so that's what I'm going to spend my time on tomorrow. And I just want to get some of those thoughts on record here tonight, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon. All right, bye.